just getting started with these severe thunderstorms. A warning just issued now for portions of Brunswick County and Columbus County. This generally moving in an easterly direction, so just getting into western Columbus County. This warning in effect until 5:45 p.m. Expecting winds up to 60 miles per hour and some small hail associated with this severe thunderstorm. Again, now moving into portions of Columbus County and western Brunswick County. So if folks are outside right now, I know looks can be deceiving. Today has been a wonderful day overall, but now things are going to start to take a turn as this radar signature here is called a hook echo, and that's kind of where a tornado really wraps up tightly, and that's what we're seeing here. Wrapping up here, there's that hook echo going like that. So it's really starting to get itself together, really starting to tighten up. Again, tornado has been confirmed near Silver Lake. This is moving northwest at 30 miles per hour. Here's the latest track. Easy Hill, 1:04 a.m. You need to be in your tornado safe place. It only takes one storm to make a big impact, and Florence will be that storm. More details on what you need to know coming up after the break. Stick with us. Here's your latest forecast track. Again, the update's coming at 11 p.m. Forecast to be a hurricane either late tonight or Sunday morning, but then it's going to move into an environment with very warm sea surface temperatures and a low shear environment. Recently, it's been in an environment with high shear, so hurricanes can't thrive in a high shear environment. With lots of low shear is where this is going to be forecast to move. That's going to help it thrive and intensify very rapidly. By Monday, expected to be a Cat 3. That's considered a major hurricane, boosted up to a Cat 4. By Tuesday, this continues Wednesday and Thursday. We'll get a closer look there. All of our area right now is in that cone of uncertainty. So what that means is the cone of uncertainty is where the center of the storm will be. So it's kind of a wide variety all across North, South Carolina. Don't want to completely discount Virginia, Georgia, North Florida. All these folks should be paying close attention to where this is going to track. So it could still move a little bit north, a little bit south. That's kind of what we're going to be fine tuning for the next couple of days. That will play into what we get here in southeast North Carolina in terms of impact. So aside from Florence, we have two other. Notice as you wake up early Sunday morning, we're in the 60s, feels like the upper 50s. Then that cold air moves through. Temperatures will be falling throughout the day on Sunday, all the way down into the 20s. But notice though, as we put this into motion going towards the middle and second half of the week, a big plunge of Arctic air moves down, some of the coldest air of the season likely. It has been a wet and windy weekend. Rainfall totals over the past 24 hours, anywhere between an inch, inch and a half, 2 inches, even 2.5 inches in some spots, and we continue to add on to these totals as we head throughout the overnight hours tonight and going into your Monday as well. Already at a record-breaking rainfall amount this year at 97.67 inches. The normal value through December 9th is around 55 inches, so we're about double that. And we have more showers in your 7-day to talk about after we get through these showers that we're dealing with now. However, a little bit of a dry spell for right now, some drier air punching in on the backside of this, giving us a little bit of a break from that heavy rainfall we've been seeing. So lots of layers, the winter coats, scarves, gloves, whatever you can to keep warm for tomorrow. This cold pattern continues too as we make our way into your Tuesday. Then a big warm up by the midweek. We're back into the 60s.
Kelly, I know I am older than you. I'm older than Omar. Those games, I don't know anything about those games, but I'll say my kids love these kind of video games.
Yes, I'm glad you're doing that transition because my video gaming stopped right at Nintendo 64, so I didn't know how I was going to kind of get into the weather.
Mine was Atari with a joystick and one button.
Nintendo 64 all the way with Mario Kart. That was the thing to do. These days, who knows? It's limitless of what they're doing today. Not my expertise, but here's my expertise here, meteorology and your weather forecast moving forward. Transitioning now to what to expect over the next couple of days. Going to start off with your cloud feature radar model. Had a front move through earlier today. Brought a few showers. Could see a little bit more of those again as this front's going to stall a little bit off the coast, then move back north as an area of low pressure is going to be developing off that front, bringing a better chance, more of a widespread chance for showers and storms on your Wednesday. So here we go, moving overnight Tuesday into Wednesday morning. See a few clouds starting to stream back in as we head into the morning. Here's where most of that precip will be early tomorrow morning. Most of us starting off with plenty of cloud cover. Low chance for an isolated shower or storm, but as this front continues to move north, that area of low pressure that's going to develop on it's going to continue to move to the north and northeast as well. So here's 3 p.m. Wednesday. The bulk of this model showing it still back to our west, but moving into around a drive time. So around 4 or 5 o'clock is when this is going to move through southeastern North Carolina. There's there could be some very heavy downpours associated with this as well. So we'll have to look out for the potential for some localized poor drainage flooding. However, we do need the rain, so it's good that this is coming. By Thursday morning, most of this has moved out of the area. We're left with some cloud cover too. But as we move into the afternoon, things will start to break up, and from there on out, we'll start to trend drier and hotter too as we head into your weekend. Here's your radar loop from the past 5-6 hours or so as that front moves through, now offshore. Lingering shower or two right now across the Cape Fear region, but nothing really sticking out to us across the area. And further verifying that too as we get you outside from our New With Motors First Alert Sky Camera Network. Rachel Beach on your left-hand side, starting to see some breaks in the clouds there. Lots of folks out on the beaches right now enjoying the dry time. Elizabethtown on your right-hand side, still seeing some clouds there. A little bit of a breeze too, swaying through the trees along the streets. However, temperatures you've noticed today cooler than yesterday thanks to that cold front that had worked through. Right now, most of us sitting in the middle upper 70s, near 80 right in North Myrtle Beach. Port City, you're checking in at 77, Elizabethtown 76. So most of us seeing a difference in those temperatures. We'll actually look at those 24 hours ago. Notice anywhere from 3 to nearly 11 degrees cooler thanks to that cold front that worked through. And we are expecting some cooler temperatures tomorrow. Again, few showers and storms associated with that as well, but then we will be trending much drier and hotter as we get into the weekend. Taking a quick out to the tropics along the Atlantic Basin. We are 11 days now into the 2019 Atlantic hurricane season. Nothing really catching our eye here. Good news there. Of course, you can always stay up to date with everything on your WECT mobile weather app. So here's your short-term forecast through Thursday. Notice tomorrow, or actually for the rest of today, a low chance for a shower or a storm, but then those odds increase as we head into Wednesday. Expanding this out to your full 7 days, hotter and drier as we make our way into the weekend. We'll be right back.
You're going to say, I have the control. I have the controls. Put a little bit left, easy. I see how sensitive it is. It's very sensitive, okay? So let's try to make a left turn here at the beach. We'll just kind of follow the beach if we can here. Okay. So just look over to the left. Look at that! This is good, right? This is good, right? Alright. Can you take me back to the airport? Yeah. You know where it is? Nope.
Suddenly you realize a strong current is pulling you away against your will. What would you do? Well, First Alert meteorologist Kellie McGlynn shows us now. She's live at Wrightsville Beach. Now, Kellie, but bottom line, this isn't anything we'd recommend anybody to try at home, but you actually put yourself in one of those strong currents on purpose, right?
Yeah, that's right, John. And you know, with safety our #1 priority, we had Wrightsville Beach Ocean Rescue with us the entire time that we were in that strong current. And you know, with beach season in full effect right now, many people coming out to the beach thinking, you know, sharks are the #1 thing they need to look out for. But really, you need to be looking out for these powerful rip currents. And in this demonstration I'm about to show you, you will see just how strong that current is. They are one of the deadliest dangers at the beach, ranking in the top 3 weather-related fatalities in the U.S. since 2013.
Lifeguards call them drowning machines, and that's because they're extremely efficient at what they do.
They are rip currents.
A rip current basically is like a treadmill that's in the surf zone. What happens is they stay on that treadmill, they get tired, and then they go under because they have no more energy to stay afloat.
And regardless of how strong of a swimmer you are, you will never be strong enough to beat that rip current or that flow of water moving out.
Rip currents account for 80% of all surf-related rescues.
Most people, when they are or find themselves caught in a rip current, they begin to panic, and that really there quickly starts the drowning process.
To demonstrate the dangers of these deadly currents, I decide to get in one. This longshore current near Mason's Inlet is
a rip current going sideways.
Surrounded by safety. Wrightsville Beach Ocean Rescue has lifeguards watching from onshore and right next to me in the water. Well, going out, you immediately feel a pull, and you drop down really quickly too. I mean, look, if you try and walk backwards.
Yeah, even this is hard. It looks like a workout, you know? And so imagine trying to swim in this. And
Even
so
walking.
yeah, this is going sideways right now, but imagine this going out.
We were out for maybe like 5 minutes, and I turned around and you guys were just way in the distance. We tried swimming against it, We got nowhere.
I'm using fins are barely making any progress.
I don't think I can get back. I go back in for round 2, and you can see just how quickly we are taken by the current. Take a look at the yellow surfboard the lifeguard is on, gliding without any paddling. From this view, you can also see a typical setup for a rip current, and that's a break between the sandbar, one to our right and one to our left, with a fast-moving channel of water in the middle. After a few minutes with arms up, a lifeguard comes to get me. You're just swimming in the same spot over and over and over again, and you just don't get anywhere, and that's kind of when the panic sets in. It's deep water too, not to mention. And while you're panicking, you're still drifting. It's not like you can just stop in one spot, and no matter how hard you try, you're just gonna keep going until, you know, someone comes out and rescues you.
All the information on 5 Guys Named Mo on WECT.com.
Cool.
All right, well, guess what? Mo, heat on the way. Heat and humidity back in the forecast for the next couple of days, or even if you have plans to go to the